welcome back, my crypto familiar, MrBlockchain22 here. Today I have XDAO, which is a multi-chain tool for creating decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, to jointly manage crypto assets in just a few clicks. So they recently added the XDC network to the multiple networks that they have on their tool. So we're going to select the XDC network as our preferred chain, and now that's done, it's selected, right? And I have my XDC Pay connected, or I'm gonna connect it to it, and I'm gonna select MetaMask as it, because XDC Pay is a fork of MetaMask, so it automatically connects to it. And I have my wallet there. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create a DAO. I did run a test DAO before recording the video. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to create a DAO. I'm gonna name it MrBlockchain22 DAO, and my DAO symbol is gonna be MD. You can change this to be anything you want, so I can make it to be MB22, right? So automatically it will create your symbol based on what you type as the DAO name, but you can modify that to change the DAO symbol to whatever you want it to be. So for setting up partners and shares, right, it automatically inputs your wallet address there, and government tokens amounts. We're gonna do 100,000, right? You can add partners here if you have multiple people in the DAO, and each one can provide their wallet address. That way you can input their wallet and the amount of government tokens that they can have assigned to them. The setup a quorum part is basically for the voting part. So if you want to have like 60% of the quorum to pass a voting, or if you want 51% or 70%, however you want to decide, you can assign that there. And then you're going to create a DAO. So you click on create a DAO, and it'll prompt your wallet, and it charges no XDC, it's just a gas fee, and we hit submit. It says transaction started, view in XinFin Explorer, and it takes just a few seconds to create the DAO. Once that's processing, it has successfully created the DAO, and it automatically creates a address of the DAO. So now it's called MrBlockchain22 DAO, and it briefly has an About Us section that's already that's a default, but you can go ahead and click on this little gear icon, and if you click on it, you can change your avatar, you can edit your profile, and add your business or DAO's email address, your website for your DAO, your Telegram, Twitter, Medium, Discord, Snapchat, and the About Us, right? So you can click update, and it'll automatically add all that information here. It shows, of course, your quorum that you chose initially, which was what I chose was 51%, the amount of members that are in the DAO, and the amount of the tokens. So for the balance, right, it shows that I have no balance because, of course, I have no tokens created. It's just a representation of it. Then this is your DAO address, right? And how to top up. If you click on that, you can send assets from your wallet directly to DAO address, or create LP liquidity pool and buy LP offer and claim your share. So you can do it that way. So if you click on LP, you're gonna see how to create your your LP, your liquidity pool token, And on here it says LP token is ERC20 standard token, represents a financial interest in the organization. If the DAO is going to raise funds, it is always recommended to create an LP token. So once you have your LP token created, you can start an LP token sale. And this is what the Create Launchpad is. The Launchpad is one of the many modules. We're going to go over that a little bit once I click on here. But the Launchpad is one of the modules, many modules that XDAO have created, and you have access to once you create your DAO. So I'm not gonna create the LP token sale because I don't have an LP token created yet, but this is where you would go and create your LP token. This is where you go and sell your LP token, right? So for the voting part, you can create a voting, right? So when I click create voting, and it has already some predefined voting mechanisms, right? For like governance tokens, to mint governance token, to burn it, to move it, to disable and freeze the minting, to disable and freeze the burning. For the LP token, you can create an LP token, which allows you to create the LP token. You can use LP to raise an investment. You can transfer and approve. So if you have a balance in your DAO, you can transfer XDC from your DAO balance. You can, this is of course to create a voting. So for example, if you have a 1 million XDC in your DAO and you want to, let's say, split it into a second address or a second wallet that's also controlled by the DAO, then you would create a voting to send XDC from, from the DAO's balance to a second wallet, and it will get voted on, and if it gets approved, then it's moved. Same for transferring any token from DAO's balance, and this is to approve the token, approve any token to a spender. This is useful when you interact with the DeFi protocols, right? So permitting adapter, same thing. These are the different options that you have. Quorum, change quorum. So for example, right now we set it to 51%, but I want to create a vote to change the quorum to, let's say, 60%. So I will create that, and it'll create the voting, and everybody that has access to vote will vote for the option that the voting created. So we're gonna go back to the DAO. So now members, of course, it's just myself, but you can add members, and also the voting can be to remove members. If you have members that decided to depart and they don't want to be in the DAO or part of their organization, then you can create a vote to remove someone, or but you can add members here. Features, of course, you have the ability to add DAO members, ability to remove DAO members, ability to mint LP, ability to burn LP, and you can modify this to turn it on and off. And permitted list, DAO doesn't have permitted addresses, so this is where you add the addresses to have access to the different modules. So widgets, this is a DAO page in DAO Analytics, and you can go there. So to look at the modules, right? Once you are within your DAO, or even if you just want to check it out and without connecting your wallet, you can check the different modules that exist within XDAO. So with the modules, you have private exit, which gives you a private offer burning for liquidity pool for exit from the DAO. Dividends, this is if you have let's say NFTs or any tokens that are creating revenue. That revenue is, of course, dividends. So those dividends are distributed from the DAO account. So you can do this automatically by a smart contract option, right? So Launchpad, we talked about it earlier a little bit when we said it was to start a token sale. So this is where you would do it. Payroll, to pay salaries to employees or other regular payments. Again, this is automated, so it'll be a smart contract option. Telegram bot, this is a new option a new module that they added recently, and it allows you to have or manage a bot that would alert you to votes that have been initiated through Telegram and things like that. Vesting is, to freeze LP tokens for the investors and issue them in equal parts. Gas compensation, reimburse a team member for high gas expenses. Transaction combination, do many actions on behalf of the DAO in one transaction. And time lag module, which acts as a time lag controller. So this gives the members of the DAO to exit before a potential dangerous maintenance operation is applied. GT delegation, delegate your GT governance tokens to your partner for a while you're away. Now, this is actually a good option. So if especially like right now, summertime, there's a lot of people that travel and go on vacations and spend time with family and whatnot. So sometimes votes happen during that time, and if you want your vote to count, or if you want to give someone else the ability to vote on your behalf, this is an option. The transactions automation, it automates the execution of transactions when a certain condition is met. So more like an if and then type of option. So right now, because I created 2 DAOs already, the first one was a test DAO where I was just clicking through and see what I was able to do. And of course, the second one for the video is this one, right? So you have all these options once you create your DAO. You can search a DAO name or by address if you have the address of the DAO. And of course, you have the option to switch to dark mode or light mode. I like dark mode. It's easier on my eyes and it doesn't strain my vision so much. But this is what XDAO is, and XDAO can offer a complex multi-signature wallet DAO designed using modules. It's a full cycle IDO launchpad accelerator platform for organizations such as investment promotions, crowdfunding, public and private sales. So what is XDAO solving, right? So in the DeFi market, there are no effective and convenient tools for companies and projects to invest in decentralized protocols as a joint entity. So XDAO, an XDAO group of people can easily create a decentralized autonomous organization, deposit crypto assets, manage them by voting, sell DAO shares, and directly interact with DeFi protocols. In short, XDAO is a full customizable tool that can be used for treasury management, multi-sig wallet, and the platform for investment. So who can use XDAO? Well, according to their documents for XDAO, which is docs.xdao.app, it says that venture capital funds, asset management companies, public funds and foundations, startups, DeFi projects, freelance groups, NFT owners, and GameFi guilds. And what can be implemented with XDAO? Well, it's a full partial management of DeFi projects treasury, salary treasury, marketing treasury, and other blockchain organizations, grant programs, bug bounty treasury, investment in DeFi with tool assets, investing in NFTs and GameFi, charity, joint participation in any allocations, IDO, launchpad, and family treasury management and many other use cases. So I can see this growing to many other uses, as it is one, decentralized, and two, it's customizable, and of course it's on a blockchain. So in this case, we talked about the XDC network. You can create your DAO in the XDC network. You can see that it costs absolutely nothing to create the DAO, and you can create your LP tokens. You can sell your LP tokens. You can create and have your governance tokens within it, and it allows you to have full control of your DAO and the people that are managing also the DAO with voting capabilities. So again, I'm gonna click on here so you can see the different chains that are within XDAO. But of course, main topic today is the XDC network. So there are different options again that you can do, and as far as the different modules that are available to you. And of course, these are some of the DAOs that have been created. These two are mine. I don't know who created these, but these are some of the DAOs that have been created in the XDC network. And I foresee many more coming to the XDC network via XDAO, creating their DAOs and managing their organizations. So that's all I have for this video. In the beginning, when I connected my wallet, again, I used XDC Pay. I didn't use MetaMask. As you can see, I don't have MetaMask on this browser. I have it on another browser, but it works just fine selecting MetaMask and using your XDC Pay. So that's all I have for you guys and gals. So hopefully you're able to create your DAOs using the XDC network and using the modules that XDAO have created for their platform. So thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.